In this West African culture, a woman without a husband is left exposed and vulnerable in life. She has no protector, no provider. There's also an element of shame, whether she is unmarried, a single mother, divorced, or a widow. Her children bear this same stigma in society. In fact, the word for orphan does not mean a child without parents. It means someone without a father. Often, children will be taken away to be cared for by a relative, or will be left in the village as their mother goes to a bigger city to look for work to provide for them. A woman on her own is even more vulnerable to poverty if she has not attended school or had any skill training. The opportunities for her to survive are slim, and the opportunities for her to thrive as the head of her household are nearly non-existent. While society ignores her, God sees her. He sees her pain, her loss, her fear, her grief, and her children. He holds their futures. Four years ago, God brought together a woman with an idea, a woman with faith, and a woman with a skill. From small beginnings, a handicraft business has grown, providing income for these women at risk. As a result, we are able to provide scholarships for 25 students to attend school each year, microloans for women running small businesses, and emergency healthcare funds for widows and single mothers. When we started this business, we wanted there to be a component of spiritual and social support for these women. In this community, older women who have lived through persecution and rejection walk alongside and minister to younger women facing the same challenges. Anger and bitterness turn to compassion, and desperation into hope. When the first case of COVID-19 arrived in our country, we decided to use the income from the business to bless people in need around us and trust God to provide for the scholarships that we would need to pay for next year. For 2 months, all of our sales went directly to emergency food funds. Our sales during that period far exceeded previous sales as people in our community chose to support the effort through their purchases. These increased sales also meant that the women who create the handicrafts were able to earn more money during a time when most people around them were earning less. God saw these women, and He provided for them. Our story here is not finished, and it is not without its own challenges. We have been passed over for opportunities due to favoritism and seen women suffer at the hands of their own communities. But we have also seen God provide the ideas, the connections, the relationships, the guidance and blessing that only He can give. So we choose to walk in that. Our prayer is that out of a position of vulnerability, these women and their children would experience God's love, grace, and protection in a way that the world has taken from them, and that the hope these women have found will transform their families and communities for generations.